Big D Entertainment, in association with Dipsy Doodle Productions, presents The Dave Holly Hour, brought to you by TJS Ceramic Studio, Serendipity Studio Gallery and Gifts, Chasers Food and Spirits, Excel Chiropractic, Quality Nails, Jesse Moffitt Entertainment, and the Sioux Falls Arts Council. The Dave Holly Hour features Sioux Empire arts and entertainment conversations. A true lover of arts, entertainment, good food, and fun times, including an occasional Jack Daniels. Okay, so a few Jack Daniels. Here he is, Dave Holly.
First-timers, long-timers, welcome. Great to have you listening to Dave Holly Hour episode number 229. Yeah, 250 is a big number. Not going to start the countdown quite yet, though. If I am any bit successful, it's due to all of you. Success, though, it can come in a variety of ways, can be measured in a variety of ways, and I'm one of those that I want people to be successful. And I encourage those that take on new projects, journeys, or simply looking to accomplish or make something in a better way. I'm not one of those who goes, I bet that goes under in 5 months or so. If you are of the same philosophy I am, we have an incredible story coming up in just a few minutes as we talk with Trailer Park Country band members Dennis Cockerham and Jason Rabbass. But first, let's pop the cork on this bubbly little show.
Time to grab your favorite beverage, lift it high, and toast it to being Thursday, a.k.a. Weekend Eve.
Hey, the weekend isn't around the corner, it's here!
So long, hump day and your frumpy way. We say hello to Thursdays with opening nights. The weekend is near and we can see the bright lights. Yes, Thursday, you're so hearty, we can't wait for Friday, so a day early, we start the party.
Whatever you're drinking it out of might very well be determined by where and when you're listening. Now, my choice, it's a Jasper Newton. Yes, it's my regular Jack Daniels Diet Coke with a lime. For you, whether it's a cup of coffee, spot of tea, glass of milk, bottle of water, mug of beer, a cocktail, glass of wine, or a flute of champagne, lift it high and toast to friendships old and new. In fact, that was the theme for trivia this past Monday at Chasers. And my very dear friend of almost 40 years, Chris Housel from Greeley, Colorado, was in attendance. He happened to be sitting with another dear friend of ours, Bob Nelson, who's an official friend of the show and whose name comes up often when we talk community theater. So an old friend sitting with a friend that I met just a few years back. Friendships old and new, cheers to you. Speaking of cheers, which just happens to rhyme with beers, say cheers with a beer or your favorite cocktail at Chasers, West 12th Street, Ellis Road. Make sure you grab some food while you're at it and join me on Monday nights for Dave Holly Hour Trivia starting at 7. This week, our monthly wild card game coming up, where more than just the top 3 have a chance to win some fun prizes. Honorable mention. What over the past week made Dave laugh, guffaw, chuckle, chortle, giggle, simply smile, or maybe even shed a tear of joy or just go, wow? Well, something I've been waiting and hoping to capture and check off the bucket list. The Northern Lights. Truly a spectacular phenomenon. We were thinking we might need to travel maybe an hour to find a good spot in the country, but got lucky finding a wonderful place less than half an hour away. The lights themselves were wonderful, and it was also great seeing how many people were out in the country trying to catch just a glimpse of Mother Nature at her finest. In just a few minutes, a very humble success story from Trailer Park Country about tailgating. It's on the Dave Holly Hour.
Check out the new ceramic studio in Sioux Falls, conveniently located off Kiwanis Avenue on 5th Street. TJS Ceramics inside Oscar's Mini Storage. We have thousands of classic vintage ceramic mold items and several new items too. TJS Ceramics offers classes, special open studio nights, and completed ready-to-purchase items. Bisque studio time or painting parties are available. Visit TJS Ceramics Studio in person today or email tjsceramics@gmail.com for more details.
Take in the great works at Serendipity Studio and Gift Gallery in the Shriver Building. So many great works from regional artists. They offer a lot of great ways for everyone to participate as well, or interact with the studio or the artists. Check your calendar. Make your plans to participate by going to Serendipity Studio. All right, here's the website, www.serendipitystudiosd.com. Again, serendipitystudiosd.com, the SD obviously for South Dakota, and you can get more information or you can register for some of their great activities. Serendipity Studio located downtown Sioux Falls in the historic Shriver Building at 230 South Phillips Avenue on the second floor.
Are you an artist? Need some funding to further your art? There's a great opportunity for you through a Sioux Falls Arts Council program. The Artist Microgrant Program gives away several microgrants to local artists, no matter what art discipline you're in. Unlike more traditional grants, a microgrant is very easy to apply for. Go to artssiouxfalls.org. If you haven't done so yet, create a listing on the Artist Directory, which is beneficial in its own way. Then go to the Artist Microgrants page and apply online. The process is simple. Find out more about the Sioux Falls Arts Council as well online at artssiouxfalls.org.
Support the Dave Holly Hour in a very easy way. Buy Dave a cup of coffee by clicking the cup at davehollyhour.com.
Welcome back, everyone. Of course, I want to talk about Sioux Empire Arts and Entertainment. That's what the podcast is about. And yeah, I love it when we get some new guests on the show, and we have a great story to tell you today as we have Trailer Park Country with us. It's Dennis Cockerham's band. He's with us along with bandmate Jason Rabbass, and we have already talked a lot even before we started to record this then. Dennis, first of all, how long have you been in the, hey, let's play and get on stage and perform in front of people?
Since the open mic at the Levitt last year.
Wow. And now you have just, in the tailgate community of professional football, you are exploding.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, and so you've played. You were at the draft.
Yes, we were. They had a Superfan Summit tailgate at the NFL Draft 2024, and we were invited up to perform, and it was amazing.
All right. So first of all, Jason, tell us your part in the band.
I handle all the music.
You do that, huh? And so you're the one that composes, and you do some of this writing as well?
Yeah, Dennis and I, we got together, and Dennis is amazing with lyrics. He has a gift, I want to call it, for just putting his story out there in the right words. And he hands me a melody or a little catch, and I take off with it.
At the most, 3 chords.
Reminds me of an old Cheech and Chong song years ago. I only know 3 chords.
Yeah. I hand Jason a possibility of 3 chords and some lyrics, and he turns it into music.
What about instrument?
I play guitar, I play bass, came from a musical family, so it was kind of inevitable.
Right, yeah. I know that that happens a lot. We talk about that, well, you know, I had to play piano at church when I was 5, and everything grows from there. But in the meantime, Dennis, before you started this just a year ago, what were you doing musically? Just writing or?
Writing, trying to teach myself those 3 chords that I was going to play for Jason. And I was actually, I had joined the Nashville Songwriters Association and was going to those meetings and collaborating, and just trying to figure it out. I like music. I have a passion for music. My father was a musician. He gave me all his equipment, and since I kind of finally decided it was time to try to chase that childhood dream,
Right.
Papa like.
Yeah. And so you write this song about tailgating, and now all 32 teams in the NFL are aware of this song.
Yes.
Many of them play it on the big videos and so forth.
Yeah.
You got to be, first of all, like, holy crap, that's cool.
It is really, it is really cool. And like I said, we didn't take the regular approach.
Right.
We don't have whatever they prefer for Spotify viewers or any of that. We actually didn't even release it on any of those first. It was debuted outside the Dog Pound in Cleveland, Ohio by Captain Steve Weber of the Greatest North American Tailgating Society. And it was debuted at their tailgate outside the Browns game first before it was ever on any streaming.
Yeah, in the city of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. You got to keep little check marks about all these things. We've done this. We've done this.
Yeah.
What's
cool.
been the most exciting part for you guys at this point?
Wow, it's come so hard so fast.
Yeah.
It's hard to put my finger on all of it. Recording songs, getting them played, making a video, and having, where did we have the first?
4,000 views and 98 shares in less than 2 days on Facebook.
Yes.
Woo.
Yeah, and a lot of people, first of all, we didn't jump in it for money. Jumped in it for passion. And I know that you're supposed to, people have this pattern to follow, release it, and then put the link, and then you get the views and you get paid. And I don't know if 7 cents a view or something like that. We put it out there to the people who helped us create it. We're a fan of the fans. You had talked about who my NFL team was. My NFL team is the tailgating community. I'm a fan of theirs because.
Just give me a stage in your jersey.
Yeah, and here's the thing, and I like to prep the fans to prep the fans.
Yeah, I love it because I've been to not a ton of NFL games, but definitely a few dozen, and a tailgate is just so hard to beat.
It's awesome.
Yeah,
there's a lot of people at the tailgate.
Yeah, there are.
Some of the tailgates get larger than what you could hold in a stadium, and there's so many different groups there. And I hadn't had a chance, and I just said that to you. I hadn't had a chance to talk to Jason, but we had the performance at the Superfan Summit tailgate at the draft. And I was just on the phone with Freddie Chief Texan from Enough Said Tailgaters in Houston last night, and he said he is definitely bringing us to Texas to perform on top of the fire engine at the Enough Said tailgate. Then he said, he was going to help get us to Minnesota tailgate and a Tennessee tailgate this year, and Nashville. And for me and Jason, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, we're from Sioux Falls.
Exactly.
My first trailer was a 16 by 80, Silver Glen.
So what about the whole, the feel of your music, the trailer park country?
Yeah.
It's great because in so many ways it describes it. You wouldn't even have had to heard you guys. You see those 3 letters go, or 3 words go, this could be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I do apologize. I believe we were supposed to work together first part of the year, but then I had an issue with my vision and couldn't host that event. So I'm sorry I missed out on that.
That's all right.
But we'll do something together at some point. No doubt about that. So, Jason, what did you, find about Dennis that you said, okay, yeah, I want to work with this guy?
Well, I've known Dennis since we were kids.
Mm-hmm.
We grew up about a block apart, and we raised a little hell together when we were young. And he and I, actually, he came over and he auditioned for my band, and
he turned me down.
He didn't know songs. Wasn't accustomed to what we were playing. So I told him, you're not quite ready. I think you need to work on a little bit. And a few months later, he called me. He says, I got these songs I've wrote. and I just need your opinion on them. And he came over and he started playing his songs, and I heard something. I heard all kinds of things.
Right.
And my imagination went wild. And I think him and I, when we were singing together, that's what made it click.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, "You want to be a part of this?" And I was kind of reluctant at the beginning because I'm a rock and roller.
Right.
I grew up with rock and roll. My parents listened to country all the time, and that wasn't really my thing. But the lyrics and the passion he had and the stories he was telling, it sucked me in, and I couldn't let it go. And I told him a couple weeks later, yeah, I'm in.
Yeah. Well,
And
you
he's
know,
been with me ever since.
that's awesome. And you were talking about the fact that your parents were country, but you were rock and roll. I will always remember my high school band instructor, whom I got a jazz award from when I graduated high school. And when he was near his deathbed, I'd gone up to see him in the hospital. He'd had some biopsies within his mouth for throat cancer and so forth. And so they had a lot of gauze in there. He couldn't speak, but his eyes could sparkle yet. And so I said, there's two things that I want to thank you for. I said, first of all, there were some sports awards that I got when I was in high school. By, year 5 of being out, I don't know where they ended up, but there's one thing I always keep. And that's the Louis Armstrong Jazz Award you gave me. And he could smile in his eyes and so forth. I said, the other thing is, thank you for teaching us. I said, because people come up, and if they find out that I've been in radio, they always go, "Oh, well, what's your favorite music?" I said, my answer has always been the same. Good. Because he taught us so many different things. I didn't grow up playing or, listening to Glenn Miller, but I love playing Glenn Miller and things along that line. So you're right. The passion is such a part of it. And Dennis, when you started writing these things, where did that passion draw from?
Probably my pops. Growing up as a boy, I was separated from both parents and raised by my grandparents in a small town in Nebraska, West Point, Nebraska.
Okay.
And then my mom moved up to Yankton, and my dad moved back to Des Moines. And he's been in all, he played and stuff. So I always aspired to do this. And then I self-taught I'm self-taught on the guitar as well as we could do it. And I had a guy come in one day when I was strumming some chords one day, and he said, "Hey, can you teach me how to play the guitar, man?" And I said, "Well, I'm not a very good guitar player, but I could teach you how we play in the trailer park." Right? And he's like, "What?" I said, "Hey, look, I could take any 3 chords and play every song you want to hear." Right? It's not going to be exactly that, but you pull it off in the trailer park. He's like, so trailer park country kind of came from some of that. And people ask a lot of time, well, what is trailer park country? I said, well, you could take any song, play it in the trailer park, and it becomes country.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It becomes country. If you ever in our newest song, which will debut in Larchwood June 1st, called Gravel Road, it starts off saying something like, I know there's a lot of love songs out there, a lot of songs out there about love in the city, but my mama raised me in a trailer park in the country. My first trailer park was a Custer mobile home outside of Norfolk, Nebraska, between Norfolk and Madison, out in the country. And so we go on to explain how our version of love is a lot like the gravel road in the trailer park. You know what I mean? So,
right. See, all of these things bring images. Just boom.
Well,
right away.
Tailgating, we have a red brick road for our main street in West Point, Nebraska. And you just drive up and down that thing all night long, unless you're going to go drop the tailgate somewhere. And that's all they did. We'd go drop a tailgate, and we get together, and next thing you know, $5 a cup.
Yeah. I was going to say, were there any beverages? Dropping the tailgate?
Definitely.
Kool-Aid. Kool-Aid. Yep.
I'm sure. All right. So, Jason, have you been able to get him past 3 chords?
Oh, yeah. He discovered bridges and refrains, and I got him past the 3 chords, and now he's always looking for that hook or that bridge that kind of drops things down a little bit more serious and then comes back up again. Yep, he's definitely evolving.
How about yourself? Do you do any writing then?
Yeah, I used to write with my brothers.
Mm-hmm.
We're in a band called Spelling Tuesday out of Norfolk, Nebraska. They are very talented musicians, and that's why I brought one of them on board with us.
Uh-huh.
And I do some writing. I've written one that Dennis loves, and
I have it taped up in my office. It is a very good song, and I'm hoping to talk Jason into either letting us produce it or have him sing it.
Yeah. So how did you guys end up in Sioux Falls?
that's different stories for both of us. I
Uh-huh.
think I lived in Yankton, and I was in a band up here, and that band kept pulling me closer to Sioux Falls, and I was up here all the time. And then I met a woman,
Uh-huh.
and that woman changed my life a little bit. She was my person, and she is my person, and that's why I'm here,
All right.
pursuing the music and
Yeah.
loving on her.
Oh. If she listens to this, you got points, buddy.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm grabbing that. Tamara, I love you. My wife was from Yankton.
Okay.
My mom lived in Yankton,
Mhm.
moved to Yankton, like I said, and she was in Norfolk first, and then she moved up to Yankton. And I went to Yankton to visit my mom, and I met my wife. And that was 1999, and we got married in 2003, been married since. And her family had some land down there, but we moved up here, and, we've been together ever since, so.
You guys are racking up the points.
Yeah,
right now.
well,
Yeah.
I mean.
I just did something in the garage, putting up some paneling, or not paneling, but plywood. And I am not a construction worker by any means, or carpenter. And we needed to staple some of the wires that were going through the studs, and she wanted them up against that, and they were a bugger to put in. And as my friend Chris was helping me, I said, I hope she knows how much we love her.
There you go.
So we're all getting points for that. But
Yeah.
you're also getting points for what you're doing. That's a fantastic, first of all, what you've been able to accomplish basically in a year, more so lifetime for you, Jason, but, just the culmination of it. And I know that you had mentioned before we started the word collaboration, and
Yes.
that word comes up nearly every conversation on this show about being collaborative and not competitive. I mean,
That's right.
yeah, we
That's
all want to
right.
have our share of the pie, but sometimes to get a share of that pie, we have to eat it with somebody else.
Yeah.
And so what is it that you have found as someone that wasn't necessarily on board with collaboration to begin with? What excites you about being able to work with so many different people?
Well, here's the thing: is that obviously trailer park country. If you think of trailer park living, we've each come from something,
Mm-hmm.
and my life was far from perfect. I had my own traumas, my own things, my own everything. So, trying to find my own path through all that was very hard. And so, when you find something that's your own, you hold on to it. Accepting feedback in life, making changes in your life, all these things I've been through. I haven't had a substance in over 7 years.
Congrats.
Just coming from these changes, right? But all this takes feedback from other people.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's really awesome when you can make that move in your life, and when you can allow, and first you have to be able to hear them. And I could hear Jason when he said something to me, not without my initial debates, but then he could show it to me and I could feel it. And so when you start to do that with other people, it makes it better. I already like the song when I play it for you. That's why I'm playing it.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
It's your passion.
Yeah, it's my passion. I like this. and it's hard to get past that at first. But when you learn to do it, then they make the song better. I had mentioned, and if you don't mind, I don't have competition with any band, anybody. I support everybody out there who is doing whatever they're doing, and any way that I can raise them up or anything I have to offer, I'd be open to it. And anything they have to offer, I'm open to it. Hence this thing in Larchwood.
Right.
June 1st.
They're doing their first annual Chislic.
First annual Chislic Festival in Iowa ever. And we're hosting. Jason's actually running all the sound for the day, setting up all the stuff and doing all that. And we have a lineup of artists from all around the area who have chosen to, it's not a paid event for us, but we're getting together and jamming together, show our music to everybody who wants to come and play, and hosted by Papa Seasoning, out of Larchwood. And we've got a lineup of people, and just got a couple more this last week. And then we'll take the stage and perform Dirt Rich, which is our trailer park anthem.
Right.
Then we're going to debut our new song, Gravel Road, which hasn't been released at all yet. And then we'll finish it up with Tailgate Crazy. And then after that, Sirius Shirley will take the stage and rock them out for the rest of the night. But, we've got Stars and Ends.
Yep.
Bubba. Yeah, we got Bubba. We got Chad Allison. We got Alan A.J. Johnson. We've got Scott Knudsen and the Wannabe Rock Stars. We got Gary Melbreck. We've got a lineup of talent from right here around the area, and they're all taking the stage, not to compete, not to make money, but because it's our passion.
Mm-hmm.
And we have the honor of hosting that, and we're doing it together. Like I can't put up the sound. I can't, without, once again, this collaboration between Jason and I is what works. And, we're going to put on a good show and have a great time. All of us together.
Yeah. In Larchwood, Iowa.
First
Iowa Chislic Festival.
June 1st, Saturday. It starts at 11 a.m. and it'll go till 10.
Are they actually going to make beef or lamb?
They're doing both.
They are.
They're doing both. There's a lot of vendors. There's a swap meet for boat, ATV, motorcycle, poker run, vendors craft show, and then and us, Trailer Park Country.
So what you're saying is there might be 13, 14 people there.
I'm counting on 20. That's a big group of things to do. So,
but it's actually gotten quite a lot of attention as of late, and I think it's going to be a great time.
That sounds great. Unfortunately, I can't make it because I'm I'm in a gig that night, so I have to get my couple of bucks here and there, any chance I get. But you guys doing this just out of the pure love of getting together and playing. So definitely you have grown in collaboration.
Yeah.
Jason, prior to this, had you done a lot of collaboration? Because you had your own band.
Collaboration's always been a necessary, I don't want to say evil,
right,
but a necessary item in my life. My little brothers, I taught them both how to play guitar. My one brother went to drumming, and he's amazing. And they had ideas, and when I was younger, now you're wrong. I'm the oldest brother, I know. But, they got a little older, and their ideas surpassed mine. So collaboration has been something that I've had to do since I was 18, 20. Before that, it was a dirty word.
That new song Jason has up, that's up at my house, I am trying to collaborate with Jason on that song. So it's going to be very interesting to see how well he takes that.
Yeah.
I've actually changed some chords. I actually changed some chords.
He learned some more chords, and he said, "I like this one instead."
So it's a really great song, and I am actually looking forward to, because it is going to come out eventually. So
all right, and so Jason, can you tell us or hint at it a little bit about what this song is?
Yeah, the song is about a relationship I had for many, many years, and things turned sour, and there was resentment, and so I had to let that go to grow, and that's what that song's about, is to letting go of that pain and anger.
Yeah.
You let go of it in order to find something better.
Yeah.
Indeed.
And it sounds like both of you write, they always say, especially about authors, is write what you know.
Write what you know.
Yeah,
Tell your truth.
And
Tell your truth.
it sounds like everything is coming from the heart for both of you guys. And that's the type of music that I enjoy, because I always tell people when it comes to this show, it makes $14 a week, enough to make sure that I've got a place to post it and to have a website for it. But everything else from being introduced to so many people is what has built all my other entertainment business things. So collaboration is huge for me too. And I'm just so happy that you guys are doing well. And Jason, were you the one that told him, hey, let's just go ahead and produce it ourselves?
Yeah. I've been trying to go down that same old path for such a long time, and there's just too many people on that path. You can't get your footing in anywhere, because that path is narrow and long, and everybody wants to be on it, so they're going to push you off. And I decided that we can do it just about as good as anybody. Now, marketing it, that's this guy.
Right.
This guy's got a mind for going around the outside, and he's always been that way. He always finds the best route, and it doesn't matter if it takes him to the next county, but he's coming back, and he's going to be bringing the whole bag with him.
Do you guys go back home?
We have not yet.
Okay.
We have not yet.
Is that on the list?
You know what?
Because that can be kind of a catch-22
well,
sometimes.
you know how they say it, here's my biggest thing. I have, like I said at the beginning, I have an end goal. I'm 52, and I just started last year, and we're already doing things that are just far beyond what I expected at the beginning. Together we have reached so much, and now we're getting the calls, and we're people are noticing us, but we have a path, and it's a different one. And we don't play gigs, at the bar or whatnot, because truthfully, we're both busy. Jason is also a part of Sirius Shirley, who's going to be rocking out the night. Yep. So he's busy a lot with them, and like I went to go hear them play. I listened to all the people that are going to be there in Larchwood, and they're all amazing. Like I called some people on purpose. Hey, look, I like your music. I heard you play here. It sounded good. I went and listened to Sirius Shirley at the Hard Rock Cafe, and I was like, just blew me away. And I was like, wow, you know what I mean? And different genre of music than what I do, but what they do, they really do it. And she can sing, and it's going to be awesome time. It's really going to blow Larchwood away. I got no doubt in mind. All the entertainers that are coming have something to offer. And they do a lot of the gigs around here and stuff. And we did do something for the Winter Games up in Okoboji. Mm-hmm. We played at the barn. And then we're doing Larchwood. But the truth of the matter is that, like, with the tailgate, with the NFL season coming, and they have a summer bash as well that they're asking if we're coming to for the Tailgating Hall of Fame. It's for the Hall of Fame game weekend and all that. And that's a lot of travel and a lot.
True.
And a lot of extra stuff comes with each performance. And it's new to me.
Yeah,
it's
the logistics part.
Yeah, so sorting it out. What are you going to do? What aren't you going to do? And also letting people around here know, like it's big for me. My dad was in a band, and the way, some people, there may be a circuit, or some people may feel that they compete or whatnot to get that time slot, like you said. I'm not in competition with anybody. I'm supporting them in their time slots. You know what I mean? And like I said, Larchwood is the thing for us around here, because we all get to do it together, and hopefully people come hear us, because I think they're going to have a great time.
What else are you expecting out of this journey?
I would like to be heard on the radio. That's one of those dream goals. And I know that there's a way to do it. Bubba really pushes the Midwestern Country Music Organization, and they have a syndicated show. And we had talked about that. There's a lot coming that goes along with joining their membership as well. I've been in contact with them, and I don't know that with this first NFL season coming up, we can commit to all those things. We're just figuring it out as we go. But the main thing is like without it turning into some big business, we're having fun.
Yeah,
we're having fun. I mean, if you've been to a tailgate, you know what I mean? Like you said, you've been to a tailgate. They are fun, and they're inviting us. They're coming there to see us. You know what I mean? And then they're going to go and see their team right after us. So it's the mood. It's the fans, you know what I mean, that are ready. And we're there to support them, not the other way around.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what's cool.
Yeah. I guess, back when I would be tailgating a lot, there weren't stages. So that's something obviously new. And, do you feel that in some ways now, with what you're doing and what has come along with it, it's kind of groundbreaking?
It's plausible, yeah. It's definitely plausible. It's groundbreaking for us.
Yeah.
That's for sure. It's groundbreaking for us. Jason and I did do, at the very beginning, we did do an open mic night at Full Circle Book Club.
Okay.
We did an open mic night at Full Circle Book Club, and Jason with the guitar and me with the vocals. Getting me off the guitar is a big thing. I don't have to focus on. I'm self-conscious about it.
Right.
I don't have to focus on it. Jason doesn't have that. And then you just put the mic in my hand, and then it's like watching WWE from there on out. I'm there coming off the top rope, and I'm putting on the show.
So I don't need to ask. Do you consider yourself a showman?
I do. That's what I'm there for. I think that people can go listen to the music anywhere, but they're not going to see the show.
Right.
I'm gonna put on a show so much sore that I'm probably sore for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah. Wow. You really
I'm
go after it.
He leaves it all out.
It's kind of funny because you're doing so much of this before an NFL game, and they like to say, "Oh man, he left it out there on the field." This band, they left it out there on the stage.
Yeah. Well, the cool part is that we'll learn how it's going to be because in Houston we'll be on top of a fire engine.
Yeah.
So
that'll be different.
That'll be
no doubt. Yeah. How are you, Mr. Soundman, going to wire that one, or do they have their own people?
I'm kind of hoping that we just contract somebody to do all that, and I can just come play my music and be happy with that.
Yeah. So self-taught, but Jason, were you self-taught?
My dad put me in guitar lessons when I was 8 years old, and I hated it. And I played for about 6 months, and then I decided I didn't want to play guitar no more. That was hard. And then I got into junior high, and girls love guitar players.
Oh, yes.
And I had a good friend that was a guitar player, so I picked up my guitar, and I tried to mimic him as much as I could, and I just started listening to the radio and trying to play along, and I'm self-taught as well.
Yeah. All right. I love that. That's such a great part of the story as well. And were you self-taught in marketing, or had you had some marketing skills prior to this?
Well,
now don't let the cat out of the bag.
All right.
You just seal that bag up.
All right.
You can't ask that question. That one's stricken from the record.
But the truth of the matter is, it's just it's ingenuity. Like even and a part of it is I don't know how it all works out. In this situation, I wasn't even aware of the community and as big as it is, and just the more like with the tailgating community, the more that I learn about them and being there in the culture, you just become a fan. I guess I've always been a person who likes to help other people and support other people. It doesn't have to be all about me. When I take the stage, I pretty much demand attention. I'm going to put on a show and hoping that you're having a good time, and I'm going to put it out there. And like they said, I put it on. I'm dressing up, I'm doing my thing, and I'm bringing the trailer park to you. You know what I mean? All wheels are inflated, and if they're not, we're going to pull it on the rims. But and the good part is, like, I'm going to be right at home in Larchwood because we're going to be on a fifth wheel trailer. You know what I mean?
Perfect.
Hey, that's our stage.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So, but my son, when I first started just messing with singing songs or whatnot, My son he's younger kid, so he liked rap and doing whatever they do, but he's like doing the SoundCloud and all this. I said, look, there's 3 million people doing that. You know, you got to find a new way in, you know, like learn how to set up the sound, learn how to produce the video, learn the people. There's got to be a different angle, and you find yours that works for you and somebody who appeals to you as well. And then you go for that. And I was in Boy Scouts when I was a kid. And as far as I know, I still hold the record in Mid-America Council from PAC 185 for the most Scoutorama tickets sold.
Well done.
I've always had the knack. I've always had the knack of finding a way around it. And I've heard people say I don't want to be a star. Look, I like some attention.
Right.
And we play music because of the fact that we all like that, and we like to perform. And on whatever stage anybody's performing on, they're a star. You're a star of this show. I like this show. I heard about this show and was introduced by the one we'll see. But that's what introduced me to this show. And so we all do that for each other. And to me, that's cool. Whether it be in life, I wouldn't have got where I am today without help. The song wouldn't have got created without Jason. We wouldn't have been able to promote the way we did without each other and the help of other people. And it just works like that, you know. So that's for me. It's finding that way. What's the goal? How do I get there? You know, I mean, minus the roadblocks. I don't see the obstacles. There's an end game. I may not play. I may not be in the stadium. I may not be a halftime show, but I'm gonna be in the parking lot, right? And there's a lot less wardrobe malfunctions in the parking lot.
And you can also say then, well, we opened for.
Yeah, there you go.
More marketing cues there.
There you go.
Who did the video?
Well, USA Media TV here in town came and filmed our tailgate, and then he sent me some raw footage of it that he had put together with the timestamp on it, and wanted me to go through and show us some things. And I had got some footage from all these NFL tailgates. Captain Steve Weber from the Greatest North American Tailgating Society, Freddie Chief Texan from Nuff Said, Houston Texans, Doc Lightning from the LA Chargers, and Timmy DeBus from Chicago Bears. They all sent us a bunch of footage. So once I got that, I went over to his place of work, and he took one of the videos because it was on a phone, and so it's in a different frame. And I watched him turn it and spin it and do. I was like, "Whoa, how do you do that?" So I went home for the next 2 weeks and figured out how to do that, and then with his footage, and then I placed all the footage in where I needed it, combined it together, and then sent it to him. He's like, "You're gonna like this." He's like, I said, "Well, will you sign off on this?" And he looked at me, he said, "Well, I guess," he said, "I guess that's what I would call collaboration."
Yeah. There it is. You know, we're going to make a drinking game out of it or something. Every time you hear the word collaboration on this show, or better yet, let's make a contribution thing out of it.
There you go.
Every time you hear that word, throw a buck into something, or even a quarter, what have you, and so forth, and save it and give it to somebody that needs it.
Yeah.
And, you know, because there's truly starving artists of all sorts.
Collaborate.
Exactly. And there you go. We're up to a buck now. And then, you know, you can, let's see, where was I going? Oh, talking about starving artists and so forth, but just, you know, give it to something. And there are just so many things out there now in this community. Our community is filled with an amazing amount of talent.
Yeah.
And people don't realize how many people in this community do make their living in the arts and entertainment. And then there's all those that would love to make their living via the arts and entertainment. And that doesn't diminish anybody down the line either. Anybody that puts some piece of art together is a creator.
That's right.
And you get more creative minds together, more area for creativity, and this explosion we've had over the past 2 decades is going to multiply even more.
Yeah.
And it's just so fun to, you know, when I started this show, back in October of 2019. I had a list of over 50 people, probably towards 75. It's like, oh, we'll have to get these people. We'll have to have this person. And I've only hit about 30 of those people because you meet somebody new, you find out about something going on, and you go see it and go, okay, that person has to be on and soon. And I just love the fact that, I've had over 350 individual guests on this show now. And it's like, well, I guess we surpassed, 50 pretty easily.
Yeah.
But just so many different genres of art and everything. And what do you guys like about our scene? Because really, you've got two different scenes.
Yes, we
because you have this community, and then you have this NFL community.
Yeah.
And so what do you think that around here we need?
Well, we came from here. So the props go to here. First of all, the open mics. It's what I started going to is the open mics. And that gave me the courage to go up Full Circle Book Club, Lucky's Bar, all the open mics. It's so cool to go have the opportunity to do that. The Levitt had that open mic, and there was like 400. That was the first open mic they ever had. And this is it's such a cool to have a Sioux Falls Levitt story. Like, that's where I started. I got on the stage, my hands were sweating, they were giving out water, and I got 3 chords, and I brought on the nylon stringed acoustic my wife had bought me. Thank you, Tamara. And I get up there, and it's like the first ever open mic night. And I'm up there, and I'm missing, and I'm on the big screen, My wife was able, she videoed it. She's able to, and I'm on the Teletron, and I'm missing some of the chords even, and nobody knows it, but then people are clapping out there, when they're doing it, and the host, he sings it, Tailgate Crazy, And it was just, it was working. Then I started going, the music festival, it's out here, and then Folk Fest.
Right.
I went to Folk Fest, and I just started doing that. So we have a lot of stuff in play that's individual for individuals to go and do. It would be really cool. I hope like the Levitt does the open mic thing again. Like I said, I went from doing the open mic at the Levitt to getting with Jason to playing at the Superfan Summit tailgate at the NFL Draft. That started right here in Sioux Falls. Mm-hmm. So I'm 52, started last year, and we've done this. So anybody can do this, they just have to do it, it's okay.
I know lots of fans of lots of professional teams. Quite often, they have a goal of wanting to see a game in every stadium in that sport.
That's right.
Is that kind of a goal that you guys maybe have?
You know what? I've never even been to an NFL game.
Uh-huh.
And it would be really cool to attend one. And I'm hoping that upon this journey that happens, I would love to be at every tailgate.
Mm-hmm.
So we traveled. There's expenses along the way and tragedies. We traveled to Detroit, so these guys couldn't make it. So I said they put together the instrumental on the USB for me to go up there. My job said I could go. My wife and daughter, I had turned it down at first. Didn't think I was going to be able to make it. They couldn't go, so then my wife and daughter said, "Yeah, we'll get you there." We traveled 15 hours up to Detroit in my daughter's Toyota because it was the cheapest on gas, right? And I get up there, and I tell them when I perform, I said, "Look, we want to come to your tailgate and perform, but you got to bring us because we can't all fit in the Toyota." All right? That night as we were parked, the Toyota got destroyed. Somebody ran into it and destroyed my daughter's car. It pushed it into the back of a truck, and so we had to get a rental to drive the 15 hours back home. Now my daughter has a newer upgrade car. Thankfully, the payments are only $13 more a month, but a lot comes to it. So we're at the stage now where with with Jason's help, is we tell them we want to come, but it can't all be on it isn't all going to be at our expense, So if they bring us, put us up there, we're going to put on a show.
Mm-hmm.
We guarantee you that. And what about tailgates around here?
Right.
What about the Jackrabbits? What about these guys? Here's our thing is that we've got no problem. Sioux Falls, the new women's league for football.
Oh, football, yeah.
Yeah,
Soccer.
and they were trying to raise. I seen that they were trying to raise some funds and stuff. I was like, hey, here we are. Well, let's have a tailgate. These tailgates are 501c3s and everything. They raise money, they donate it. When it comes to an event like that, it's just like Larchwood. We can do this. We can put it on. We can raise money for charities right here in our community as well. And we're hoping that after we travel through the NFL like that, we come back here and we show people, look, we did this. You can too. And if we're willing to also use our experience and our enthusiasm to support you.
Yeah, fantastic. Who else is in the band?
Go ahead.
Go ahead, music director.
Well,
that's right.
Neil Statch. He's been hopping around on every instrument because he can cover them all.
And he is such a musician.
And he's been helping us with our recordings and just the logistics of it all. When it comes to putting this stuff together, he's the man. And he's got such a zen way of doing things.
He is our Gandhi, our Buddha.
I wish I had that motion that you just did,
that's
Jason.
Right.
I wish I had that on video.
And my brother Dion, fantastic musician. I love working with him, and I know I can count on him to have my back the whole way. And then my son is playing drums, and my son, I started playing guitar at a young age, and I decided I was going to teach him how to play guitar. And we got this game called Rocksmith. It's a Xbox game. I put that on there and I'm like, here, son, it's just like this. And I'm playing it, and he pulls it up. He goes, yeah, Dad, it's easy. And he's flown past me. His passion is drums now. But that group of guys, we have a solid group. We have a lot of talent. And with this guy, with his ingenuity and his lyrics and his passion, I don't know where the top is, because I certainly haven't seen it yet. We keep setting goals and we keep flying past them. So, and I got to tell you, playing live is my drug.
Yeah.
And he gives me plenty of fuel for that.
Yeah.
So,
see, doing this is my drug.
Yeah.
My wife asked me one time, she says, so what really makes you happy? And I went for the points first. I said, well, my love, besides the time that we spend together, it's when I say, in 3, 2, 1, welcome back, everybody. And that's where I get into my zone, and it's what fulfills me. And I'm so happy for you guys. What a great story, first of all, that you have. But second of all, just I'm a big promoter of success. I'm not one of those, that's good. No, yeah. I want to say, yeah, that's going to be great. Let's do it. And, for the naysayers, and then it's like, okay, well, let's find a way that we can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I appreciate both of you guys. And you get, since you're both first-time guests, you get the traditional end of conversation first-time guest questions. When you're not part of the arts and entertainment scene, what do you like to be entertained by? Jason?
I'm a lover of college football.
Oh.
I also love racing.
Okay.
Competition is just, it fuels me a little bit. It might be a dirty word amongst people, but competition, it's thrilling. I love seeing the underdog come and just tear it up, and everybody just, oh yeah, he's good. He just took it away from my guy.
Yeah.
So that's my
okay.
Yeah.
Favorite college football team?
Well, it used to be Nebraska, but oh my. Oh.
They've had some struggles of late, yes.
And I still love Notre Dame,
Yeah.
Win or lose, they just have a hell of a squad every year.
Yeah.
And
no doubt about that.
I wanted to go there when I was a kid. And
yeah. Were you of the age that you got to see that Sunday morning half hour that they used to do with Lindsey Nelson and his bright sport coat?
I actually, yes.
You remember that?
I remember it. And yeah, that was always entertaining.
Yeah.
I didn't really understand it back then.
All right. The second follow-up question then is, do you have any time for any other hobbies, and what are they?
Time is not a commodity I am rich in.
Okay. Understandable.
True.
Yeah. Most artists, creators, performers have that similar situations. All right, Dennis, your turn then. When you're not part of the arts and entertainment community, what do you like to be entertained by?
You know what? It's me and the wife. We like to travel. I like to spend time with her and travel. But right around here, we are water people. So we actually have a song might come out later called "Muddy Water," and it's about our time at the lake. We like to go out to the lakes around here, kayak, jet ski, stuff like that. We got some old scoots, but they're fun. And we were out here at the lake one day, and our daughter says, it's funny. You write all these songs, and you guys are at the water all the time. You ain't never wrote anything about the lake. So I wrote a song called "Muddy Water." You know what I mean? Now the muddy water's calling my name, and I wrote it just that last 4th of July. And so we like the lake, and that's our passion, is going out to the water and camping and travel.
Yeah.
So
any other hobbies then?
Not anymore. Not anymore, really. Back in, I'm 52, so, music takes up, I do a lot at home of the research with the music and reaching out to people. But back in the day, I was an MMA guy.
Mm-hmm.
So I coming from my childhood to MMA was kind of a coping skill.
Mm-hmm.
And so I did that route in Iowa for a while. But now it's just the music. The music is my passion, and these new relationships with the people. Like I don't just I'm friends with these people now in the tailgating community. I communicate with them weekly, and it ain't about what can you do for me. It's like, how you doing? What are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's your grandkid. Oh, it's their birthday. I mean, they're people, and they do so much. I am learning from them. I like to learn. I like to absorb. That's my drive. I like to absorb. When I seen the video guy do that, I was like, whoa, I want to be able to do that. When I watched these guys and they said, Freddie, Chief Texan from Nuff said, he's the one, he said, make that brand, Trailer Park Country. My daughter makes all of our shirts. She made that emblem in our basement. Made that emblem, right? She made the Trailer Park Country Ho emblem, and she prints them out on a Cricut. Our T-shirts, flags, koozies.
Yep.
Hey, it's all done right there.
Yeah.
And it's just amazing. It's just all oriented. I wanted flags. Can't afford them. So I told her, go get some extra large T-shirts. We're Trailer Park anyhow, printed on both sides, and I'm gonna fly them babies as flags when we perform at Larchwood.
Oh,
you know what I mean? We're gonna do it. So
all right. Oh, hey, gentlemen, thank you so much, Dennis Cockerham and Jason Rabbass from the Trailer Park Country, and great to have you along. And I have the feeling that we'll be talking again too.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
We really appreciate it.
My pleasure, man. All right, we'll be back to wrap up the Dave Holly Hour in just a moment.
Comedy magician and hypnotist Jesse Moffat's right. He can't play the piano, but he can sure entertain crowds with his amazing magic and clever quips. His shows always make the participants the stars, especially when they've fallen asleep on stage. They've been hypnotized. Are you the party planner in your group? Then you owe it to your group to make the event magical, even if it puts you to sleep. Here's how.
For booking information, go to Jesse Moffitt Entertainment on Facebook. That's JESSEMOFFITT.
or call 605-929-0964.
Check out the new ceramic studio in Sioux Falls, conveniently located off Kiwanis Avenue on 5th Street. TJS Ceramics, inside Oscar's Mini Storage. Bisque, studio time, painting parties, and finished items are available. Visit TJS Ceramic Studio in Sioux Falls today.
Dr. Perry Langston and Dr. Corey Tooney know excellence is in you. That's why they provide you with excellent care at XL Chiropractic, improving your overall health in spirit, body, mind, and will. Get results the natural way. Arrange a consultation, 605-332-9235 or xlchiros.com. Excellent care for excellent people. XL Chiropractic, located at 4309 South Racket Drive in Sioux Falls. Ladies, when it's time to give your nails some love, get that extra special treatment from Quality Nails on South Minnesota Avenue in Sioux Falls. Manicures and pedicures that look great and make you feel fantastic. Zaya and Tony provide professional care for your hands and feet, whether you just want the basics or an extra special look with added flair. Oh, and guys, it's okay to treat yourself too. Quality Nails. Call for an appointment, 605-334-1463.
Arts and entertainment lovers, you hit the mark. It's the Dave Holly Hour.
Thanks again to my great guests, Dennis Cockerham and Jason Rabbass from Trailer Park Country. As always, the biggest thank you goes to each of you that listen, download, share, and follow. Getting close to more milestones, and we'll keep you posted. Hey, don't forget to follow Dave Holly Hour on Facebook and Instagram for all 229 episodes. Go online, davehollyhour.com. While you're on the site, you can use that search function to look up your favorite artists. And they've been on the show before. You can go back and listen anytime to any one of the previous episodes. As the Sioux Falls Arts Council says, together we art. As Arts South Dakota says, home is where the art is. As I say, put some art in your heart. Remember, I'm Dave Holly, and for me, every day is a holiday.
The Dave Holly Hour has been brought to you by TJS Ceramic Studio, Serendipity Studio Gallery and Gifts, Chasers Food and Spirits, XL Chiropractic, Quality Nails, Jesse Moffitt Entertainment, and the Sioux Falls Arts Council. If you would like to contribute to the continued success of this podcast, simply buy Dave a cup of coffee. Go to davehollyhour.com and click on the coffee cup icon. Don't forget to stay up to date on the show by following on Instagram and Facebook. The Dave Holly Hour is produced in the Dipsy Doodle Studios by Big D Entertainment.
Thanks for listening.